Serena here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, as you can see, I've got an Amazon unboxing. Alright, so I have two packages here. Well, I have one package here, and one is coming today, so I'll film this in separate clips. But this one has arrived, and I'm dying to open it, so let's get going. Alright, let's see what's in here. I'm going to put that off to the side, and everybody's going to go, oh. Alright, first, I got a set of Giotto Still Novo skin tone pencils. They're colored pencils. Package makes it look like it's for kids, but I mean, I saw the reviews. I didn't want like something very fancy, but I wanted something that I could use that would be, give me a nice range. And look at that. That is a very nice range. I don't know if I've got that in view enough. There we go. That's a closer look. And those look really nice. That looks like a nice range of tones. I'll have to try them out on paper. And they arrived without any broken tips. I saw some reviews that showed the tips were broken, but not these. So I'm looking forward to trying those. And I'm going to zoom back out again. Well, I had to tape the next two sessions over because I forgot to zoom out and half of everything was off screen. Now, the pencils do come in 12. It's a 12 pack. One of them just kind of stuck inside, so I wanted you to see that there are indeed 12 of those. Now, the next thing I got, it was a lightning deal on Amazon. And let me make sure this is in the screen too. Okay. This was a lightning deal on Amazon, and it's a metallic set. Now, I have a Kuretake gold set and a Paul Rubens pearlescent set, which I love. But it's hard to find the deep golds and coppers. So I saw them on this set. Now, don't ask me to figure out what the name is there. DeVico. But it comes with 12. It's just a simple set. And this has some nice colors in it. And I haven't used this yet. But it looks like some of that's dripping over the side of the pan. And some of the pans came loose. So I'm going to have to press those in. But I like this whole row. That's a beautiful set of colors there. And look at that nice pearlescent purple and pink. That's going to be really nice to work with. I'm going to look forward to doing that. Now, included in this, you've got a water brush, which is kind of nice. Does it screw off or pull off? Let's see. Oh, it pulls off. Okay. That doesn't have... Usually they have a little glue on the brush, but this one doesn't. It's got no glue on it. It's soft. That looks like quite a nice fine tip there to be able to do fine work, as well as maybe, broad strokes. So that's kind of nice. There's no name brand on that, of course, but that's a nice little addition. And they also include one of these too. This one doesn't have any name brand on it. That's got the glue on the tip there. You can feel that it's very stiff, but doesn't have any name brand on it. You usually don't expect a lot from the brushes that are included in these types of sets. So more something that I would maybe, donate, give to a kid, or maybe save for some frisket, using for frisket, something like that. But I know in these types of sets, in the Kuretake and Kaluro, the pans are not really filled. And the reason is because often when people are using these, they use broad brushes. They use very wide brushes. So you want to have a big pan to fit the wide brush in. Of course, it would be nice to fill it all the way. They certainly could fill them a lot more, but they don't for that reason. And I'm sure, really, if I was able to liquefy one of these pans and pour it into a standard pan, it would probably fill a half pan. So I think you're probably getting just as much as a half pan, but you really don't feel like it. It doesn't look like it. Now, I don't have any specific sponsors, and I'm not affiliated with any of these companies. These just are my opinions. So let me go ahead and put that away. Next, I got a Munyo 48 pan set. Just because it's nice to have 48 colors. Who wouldn't, right? No. I find that I'm actually going through my professional set too quickly. I have a Schmincke set, and I actually started with 12 colors. I started with 12 colors, and it spilled over, and it spilled over, so I had to get even a second empty tin to fill them all. But that goes to my art supply obsession. You know, none of you have that, do you? No? But I wanted a more affordable set for practice and for ideas, so that's where this comes in. Now, boy, that's pretty heavy. So I'll save my Schmincke for finished work and use this one, hopefully, for, you know, for practice and stuff. Sometimes you have ideas, you want to just kind of see what they're like. Now, I actually did open this before because I had to refilm this, of course, and it didn't all go on the same screen, but you can see it hopefully now. I'll take a look and make sure. And what happened on the other one, I see how this is kind of not laying flat, it's kind of up, so it's going to be hard to mix some of those colors and not have them run down the palette, but I might be able to fix that one. And I did notice on some of these sections, like there and over here in the corner, you can see there are some parts of the palette that are chipped, and so the enamel's off of them. But I'll kind of touch those up with some Rust-Oleum, and hopefully that'll work for me. Now, the center pans, of course, lift out, and they give you more mixing area, which I do appreciate because sometimes I do mix right in the palette. And I've rearranged these in the order in which I think I would use them. I'm going to take the papers off, do a preliminary swatch, and I decided to do a swatch on a paper where I can cut the individual swatches apart and move them around, kind of like paint swatch, you know, paint testing swatches. So if I have the order wrong, I can switch them around and then put the palette the way I like them. There's a nice selection of colors in this, including the metallics. They've got silver, gold, copper, and they even have a pearl white. I did see that in some reviews they said those were hard to activate, but you know, it's nice that they included them. If I have to leave the water on for a while, or you know, work with them a little more to get the pigment out, I will. And I've always got the other sets that I have that have metallics, but it's nice that they include those. If you're just starting out and you just want some metallics to work with, it's a nice little thing that they include. Now, the colors are supposedly very vibrant. I haven't tried them yet, obviously, but these are mixes. A lot of these colors are not pure color, they're mixes, so you don't quite know what you're going to get if you mix them further. You might get mud, you know, because sometimes the colors don't mix properly. So I'm not sure about that, but with 48 colors, you really don't need further mixing. I really consider this a convenience set for me. It's going to save me some mixing, but look at those brown and green ranges. I just love that. Look at those neutrals. They've got all these neutral colors, great for landscapes, great if you do portraits too. But, you know, you've got your blues also for your waters, if you do landscapes with water, and even for florals, you've got some nice, you know, reds and pinks and yellows in there too. So it's got a little bit of everything for somebody that wants a set where everything's already mixed and you don't want to mess with all that mixing. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do my own review on this and swatch it. There are enough reviews out there, so I'm not sure if I'll do it, but this is just to supplement my professional set. For the money, you can't go wrong. I mean, it was around $35 or so on Amazon. And I did hear that the same company that does this, Munyo, also does the Prima and the Davenport. So if that's any indication, I do have some Prima palettes, and I'm very pleased with them. The quality is excellent. I love the colors, so if that's an indication, I won't be disappointed. One thing I did find odd about this is that there is no swatch card. They don't include a swatch card, and they don't include any information other than the numbers. So I guess I have to go on the website to see if I lose my pan covers, if I lose the labels on the pans, what these are actually made of or made from. So that's a downside, that there's no swatch sheet, but I can make one easily enough. Okay, now next couple of things have nothing to do with watercolors, so if you want to turn it off, fine. Just hit the like button and subscribe in the meantime. But I did get from Amazon a set of, these are blenders. And these are quite large. Most blenders are a lot thinner and so forth, but I got these for pastel work. And I did get some oil pastels and had a problem with my fingers getting completely filthy from that. Sorry about the label noise here, the plastic noise. Let me take them out, and then there we go. I had a problem with the pastels, which were very, very buttery and nice to work with and blend well, but my fingers were absolutely filthy. Even if I used a rubber glove, they'd get filthy. Paper stumps or tortillons, you run through them so quickly because you can't mix and match. You know, you'll get them all muddy with one color and then try to mix another color. So I thought I would get some of these. They're quite pliable. They're hard enough. They are stiff enough, but they're pliable to use for the oils, and I thought that would work for me very well. Alright, now I do notice that the ferrule is not connected to the handle very well. I mean, it shakes there. I can see that. It's very loose. I don't know if that's on all of them. Now, that one and this one. You can see that moving quite a bit. I'll just have to be very careful when I use them. They weren't expensive, so I don't expect, you know, I didn't expect very high quality, but that's okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is something that I got for mixed media. I thought this would be great. These are, and I will give you the exact name of the company because these unfortunately did not come as they said. They said they would come with a case, and they did not. But I'm looking at these, I don't know if you can see those. I don't want to take them out because I'm sending them back, but they have all different types of tips on them, and I thought that would be great. You can use these with acrylics, you can use them with oils, you can use them with different media like modeling paste, anything like that. So I thought these would be great. There's 9 of them in the case, but they did say that they came with a nice case, and it's a nice case. It folds over, it zips up. I'll read exactly what it says. It says it comes with a PU leather bag. These 9 oil painting knives come in a nice PU leather bag for convenient storage and carry. It makes the set more suitable for being given as a gift for your artist friend than those casually packed alternatives. So it definitely says that it comes with a case, and the only review that it has that I can pull up, it says it has 8 ratings and 81% 5-star ratings, 19% 2-star ratings, but I can only pull up the one that has a 5-star rating. It's the only one that's visible, which is kind of a little bit suspicious. And the view does show a beautiful case. So these are definitely going back because I don't think a company should get away with that. That's false advertising. I'm sending them right back, and I'll give you an update on what they send to me. I made sure I got something that was returnable. So we'll see how that works. Okay, so here's the follow-up. I did report the issue to Amazon as a return. I did send it back. I reported it on Monday, and to my surprise, this came by Friday. So they're very, very quick about it. I'm just going to open this up, and unfortunately I can tell by the feel of the package that they did not include a case. So let's see what came. Just to glue it to the top. There we go. It looks just like the other one. It does not, I can feel it doesn't have a case in it. And that leaves me with a dilemma. Yes, if they said it was supposed to have a case, and that was actually the reason I bought it from this company versus other companies, that is still false advertising. However, I do like the knives, and I'm debating whether or not to send these back and just buy them from another company. What happened was, the day after I bought these, they were like $16.99. They literally went up to $19.99. I don't know why. They're the same knives, but they went up. I thought, okay, maybe they caught the error. They're going to include the case, and they're compensating by adding a few dollars to it. Nope, no such luck. Obviously, I got this without the case, and I'm left with the issue of, well, do I send these back or do I just keep them? The other ones I've seen like this online are pretty much the same. They're about $15 to $16. I'm weighing it against sending it back, and you know, that does impact our carbon imprint on the planet. We have to think about everything we're doing, which is unnecessary. To do that, sending these back, and to order from another company is going to be another 2 trips. So I'm thinking I might keep these. I hate rewarding a company by keeping it, but I am going to put a review in Amazon. Now, I know that lately Amazon has been trying to correct all these fake reviews. You know, the companies, the vendors hire companies to put in great reviews, or they give you a little bonus. I've been offered bonuses to get a product for free and give a review on that product on Amazon, and I wouldn't do it, but Amazon's been cracking down on that. And I've noticed that, like with this particular brand and item, there were like 8 reviews, but I was only able to pull up 1 review, and it was a 5-star review. So I don't know if they've given more freedom to the vendors to cut out unwanted reviews, or if Amazon is doing that. But I'm going to give it a review. I might give it like a 4-star to keep it from getting cut out, but I'm going to tell it like it is. So let's take a look at these and see what they look like, because I wanted you to see how nice a set it is. And there are other vendors out there that are selling these on Amazon. So let me open this up. So I'm going to turn this off for a second and open these up, because I think I am going to just keep these, if only for the shipping issue and the save our planet issue. Okay, so I've unwrapped them, and this way you'll be able to see what different types of tips they've got. I kind of like these. These are neat. They've got all different types of tips on them. The one thing I did notice, this one came with a funny, if you compare it to this one, I don't know if you can see. Well, that one's got it a little bit too. That one doesn't. It's got a funny little, don't know if you can see that. It's got a funny little thing there where it's shiny in certain surfaces. I don't know if they ground it down too much or not enough or what, but we'll see. I mean, it wasn't an expensive set. You know, for this many knives, it's not expensive. I would be very careful. Some of the reviews did say that they would break very easily. And they broke right here, it seems, right here. So I think people were putting too much pressure on it. These types of knives were really made for the cooking industry, for baking. And people would run this along the sides of the icing to make those nice little lines. You always wonder why you see these beautiful cakes in the store and wherever, even a bakery, really a bakery would use this, but they would run it alongside the cake to make those fine lines, and across the top if they wanted it like that too. But that's what it was made for. Cake icing is a lot thinner than paint on a canvas. So if you do get something like this, just be careful. It looks like they're well enough made. I mean, they are thin. They do bend. Be very careful if you use them with any pressure. you know, they're cheap knives. They're not the best. I wish they would have had a little more like a lacquer on them, because you used paint on them. You want to wipe it off, it's going to stick right to the wood. It's not bare wood, it is painted, but it's just painted. There's no lacquer on it. For what I will be using it for, it'll be okay. Again, I'm dissatisfied that it did not come in a case. Now I have to figure out what to do with these so they don't get damaged, but I will use them and I will enjoy them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little unboxing that I did, and I'm certainly going to enjoy using all these materials. Hopefully I will get the refund or the exchange that I'm looking for with the case, and I'll keep you updated on that, possibly on a separate video. In the meantime, hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time.